So this is the core position that I'm always trying to get to. It's heels in, knees together. This thing is a clamp. This thing is a bar. And then this is the power source. And it doesn't work here. Look. Oh, that's the end of it. That's the end of it. But here I can go 15, 20 more inches of extension through my hips in power. And if you leave a bone in here, it'll literally snap off. It'll pop, and then it'll really, really hurt. So when we talk about the leg game, my job is to get to here or here. But this is our core base. So when we play the leg game, it's pretty simple. Can I borrow your leg? Sure. You got good legs? How are your legs looking? Okay. So here's the leg game. Because this is the fundamental of what's happening. If I get to that position first, I have all the power. If he gets to that position first, he has all the power. At which point he can break my leg. So the game becomes who can get to said position first.
All right, we got the big boys here, Larry. We've got Gabriel Stinson in the orange shorts against Chris Guzman.
Yeah, we'll see how they do. There was an old saying, you know, I mean, when two guys are on the mat, they're both basically the same size. We got two big guys in there now, but on the mat, everybody's basically the same size.
Yeah, and we see Stinson going right away for that low single, gets the takedown on Guzman. Referee in position, looking for the pin.
Yeah, looking for it quick. He's got to get out of it. Okay, there's Anai because he's got the wrist lock on him, but couldn't hold it.
Yep. And they're back up to their feet. See some hand fighting.
Yeah, I'm watching them. Both of them kind of got their heads low. I mean, that head to head. I never like touching the other guy's head because when you move, they can feel it, so they know you're moving. I never wanted, you know, my head to head to touch someone else's.
Yeah, it's good to come in at an angle and get your head on the face rather than the traditional collar elbow.
Keep your arms out, right out of arm's length.
There you see Guzman. He was looking to go for a throw there. He had that deep overhook. Goes for that throw. Doesn't complete it. Great reversal there by Stinson as they crash to the mat.
Yeah, and he's trying to grip the round. He got his wrist out. Well,
yeah. What Guzman did there was he tried to telegraph that throw. Oh, that man! Look at that. Stinson jumping right on his back.
He's on his back, but I can't see if he's got anything hooked right.
He's trying to good wrist control there, Guzman. Stinson jumping on his back and beautiful turning into him. We have referee Luis Soa here. He's the winningest catch wrestler in the modern history. He's our guest referee here for these heavyweights. And you see Stinson.
I see something, but I can't.
Stinson's posting his head on the mat and coming across the face for a pin.
He's got the arm across, for the naked rear choke, but I can't.
Yeah, there we go. There's a great position. Yeah, he's trying to get that choke. He needs to get control of the body, and you see he loses it. And Guzman in danger of potentially getting pinned here.
Oh, yeah.
Stinson is very aggressive. We saw that, how he jumped up on Guzman's back.
Yeah, and you don't expect a big guy to be that quick and that athletic, and boom, before you know it, you're in trouble.
Yeah, you see Guzman there on the bottom gets double underhooks. Guzman has more of a jiu-jitsu approach. But that can be dangerous in Shoot Pro because you can get pinned. And you've always got to be cognizant of keeping your blades up.
The blades up and your head up. Always keep your head up.
They rolled out of bounds there. Now they're back up to their feet. Head to head again there, Larry. It's always better.
I never did that because I don't want the guy to know I moved. You could feel your head come off. You know the guy's moving, so it's a telltale sign.
Exactly, and if you can get your head turned into their face, you can start working angles.
Well, let's see what happens with the human game of chess here, because they're both trying to basically set each other up the same way with that head being up, but I smell something about to happen here. Someone's going to go in low.
Yeah, Guzman is working angles here. They've already been wrestling for 5 minutes straight, and you know, periods in folk style are 3-2-2, only 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes, and here you have tremendous athletes. You saw an attempted outside trip there from Guzman. He telegraphed that, didn't get it. You see good wrist control, though, from Guzman on the feet. It's always important when you get in those hand fighting collar and elbow exchanges to try to get wrist control on your feet.
Yeah, he's got the hand under.
Super active for heavyweights, Larry.
Under
Both
the
of
shoulder,
these guys.
yeah. I thought he was okay. He went for it, but yeah, he couldn't get it.
Yeah, you saw Guzman there trying to get a snap down.
Now, they're both being pretty defensive right now. They're trying to set something up, but they're being very defensive, which is smart. Don't leave an opening.
And they've also got to be getting tired here. Got to be getting a little gassed because they've been going over 6 minutes, almost 7 minutes straight.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, it's amazing how what great shape these guys are in.
Beautiful.
I mean, whoa. Good takedown. He's got control of the head.
What happened there was Stinson was trying to go for a Japanese wizard type throw, and he paid for it. Setting up the cradle now is Guzman. And you see from the bottom here, he kind of let that cradle go, but Stinson did a good job of getting wrist control from the bottom. Guzman tried an ankle pick. Again, he's trying to shoot through, possibly for a cradle. You see how he has his one leg laced over in that leg riding position.
Yeah, and he's got his legs sticking straight out, so he can't get control of it.
What he ought to do here is take his head and drive it into, if he wants to get that cradle, move back a little bit, take his head and drive it into the ribs of Stinson.
Yeah, right now Stinson's, he's just defense and keeping himself from getting turned over. Let's see what happens. He's making his move.
Yep, Guzman. Guzman looks like he's fishing for that choke, and Stinson has wrist control.
Yeah, but he's got a block. He's got his own arm by his neck, so you can't get it, hooked in there.
Yeah, and Guzman's got that one leg figure forward, and he's cross-facing him here. These guys are beasts. They've gone over 8 minutes. Man.
I've wrestled 60 minutes.
Oh, yeah, this is a true human game of chess here, as Guzman he's utilized the crossface, and sometimes you can use that crossface to set up your choke, your sleeper hold, your rear naked choke.
You got 340 here, bud. Yeah, he's trying to get it. He's got his arm in there. I can't knock him. Okay, he got out of it.
He doesn't have control of the body, and you see that. He paid for it right there. Great reversal by Stinson. Yeah, he didn't have control of the body as he went for that choke. Great reversal. And now it's Stinson on top. Stinson drops down for a leg here. Looks like he's trying to go for a heel hook from the bottom. And then
if you can get that ankle lock in, I mean, it's easy to break an ankle, and there's a secret to an ankle lock. You always turn your ankle big toe towards the little toe. That's the way you break it, because the physical, human anatomy, your skeleton don't bend. If you go little toe towards big toe, you have movement. But if you
we had a
hook
leg
an
lock
ankle,
battle going on there, Larry. Absolutely. We had a leg lock battle. Now they're back up on their feet.
yeah, these guys are both pretty even Steven so far.
Yeah, this is a war.
Together.
We're about to hit the 10-minute mark, and these are big guys. This is the over 80 kilogram. You see some fatigue possibly creeping in here as they fight for wrist control. It's got to be creeping in. We're right at 10 minutes.
It will sooner or later, but it's amazing what great shape these athletes are in.
Who wants it more here? This is a question of who wants it more.
Yeah, and again, that game of human chess, you feel yourself getting tired, but you don't want to rush in and make a mistake. You still got to play the game and not get hooked.
Well, as fatigue sets in, it's the guy who goes for the takedowns right there with that single leg from Stinson. He wants to get that takedown, and now we're going to see how much gas he's got in the tank, because he's kind of go for a pin. And Guzman from the bottom has his leg figure forward. The ref keeping them off the wall.
He's got his shoulders way up.
Yeah, they're up against the wall. They're going to have to stand this up. Wow, we are 11 minutes in as we do a reset here. Stand these guys up. Man, Larry, this is a battle.
It's just start.
Not backwards. We go side to side or forward.
Yeah, and what great conditioning here, but they are moving slower. I mean, it's...
Well, they're feeling each other out, and they both feel each other is really good, so they're not taking any chances. They're being smart, I mean, it's easy for us to say, speed it up, go faster, but you don't want to leave an opening and make a mistake. Play the game of chess.
Also, at the nearing the 12-minute mark, I mean, you've got to conserve your energy. I mean, there aren't a lot of guys that can go hard on the mat for 12 minutes. Oh, look at that! Takedown there in reversal. Great reversal there by Stinson. And Stinson is working hard to get that takedown. He gets it. You see how he cleared his legs?
Yeah,
great job from Stinson.
Shoulders are almost down there.
And we're back up to their feet again. That was amazing exchange there. As we go into the second round, man, the conditioning of these guys is incredible.
Let's see. I mean, I'm trying to get inside their head, because now their heads aren't together. They kept them apart. Now they're back together, but I think they're changing their strategy a little bit.
Oh, man, that was beautiful. Did you see how Stinson took the back there? That was beautiful. Or Guzman, rather, took the back there. That was beautiful.
He's got him figure four, but I can't see what he's doing with the neck. I can't.
Well, he's got that body scissors locked in, and he's gonna be trying to get the rear naked choke or a crossface, and it looks like he's using that crossface to possibly set up his rear naked choke here. And he's got that figure four body lock, that body scissors locked in.
Yeah, he's got the scissors on. I can't see how. He can't get his arms in enough.
He's up a little high. Yeah, he's resting a bit here too. Is the ref going to let them work here on the ground?
We'll see what happens. The game of human chess gets more interesting by the minute here.
Absolutely, and we got to remember how long these guys have been going at it. And when you look at Chris Guzman, really smart to get that figure four body lock, that body scissors in, and wear out his opponent at this point. And you see he's up way too high though on the body to get an effective choke, and you see Stinson from the bottom. He has a 2-on-1 on the arms, the hands of Guzman to defend.
You know, he's trying to get that wrist wide. It looks like he's got it. He rolled over. There's a certain way to grab the wrist that's an unbreakable grip if you can get it. But he couldn't get it.
Yeah, he's going for the head, and he's very smart, though. Guzman is wrestling a smart match here because they've been going for so long. They're getting close to 15 minutes here. He knows his opponent's tired, and by getting that figure four body scissors, what he's able to do is he's able to wear his opponent out, fighting and defending while resting himself. So really smart wrestling here from Guzman.
Let's see what happened. Wish I had a little different view.
Well, everything he goes for as he reaches for the choke, reaches for the crossface, and Stinson has to defend. Stinson's getting more and more tired, and to exacerbate that, he's got that body scissors. So he's wearing him out that way as well, and he's resting himself. I mean,
yeah, if you're down in a safe position, you know, catch your breath as much as you can, but, well, you can't let your guard down or leave an opening.
yeah, when you've got a guy body locked like that with that body scissors, he's really got nowhere to go. So this is methodical and smart on the part of Chris Guzman.
Oh, wait, okay.
Saturday Night Live.
Up now, Guzman turned into him. He lost the body scissors. Ojeda had a match back in the day that went over 50 minutes against Anthony Sansetti. So, man, we may be looking at another Iron Man classic here.
Could be. These guys are still going. And
well, take a look at what happened there. Stinson is on top now. But he's tired. I mean, Stinson's got to be worn out. He was caught in that body scissors for so long. They're going to stand him back up again. They went out of bounds, and they're standing him back up. But we've got to think of the human game of chess, as you always talk about, Larry. The way that Guzman played it, how tired Stinson has to be, all that defending, and all the air that was sucked out of him by that body scissors.
oh, yeah. I mean, yeah. We're only human.
Not backward circle.
Yeah, and you see the guy.
Yeah, I mean, right now, both their heads are kind of down. I mean, it's starting to change from the beginning of the match when they were both up with their heads together. Now they're standing up.
These guys have got to be feeling the length of this match. They've got to be feeling it, Larry. I mean, just look at how much
one of them's getting desperate to do something. You know,
and the risk there too, Larry, if they try to go for something explosive and their wind has been sucked out at this point, if they don't hit the move, they could gas and get pinned.
Yeah, so again, that human game of chess is tough to play, but if you know what you're doing, you can be the winner.
Hey, create the distance in your snaps for there, bud.
I'm trying to figure out what they're thinking, what I do.
Oh,
got behind him.
He went to take his back, and he ended up with Stinson on top of him.
On top of him, yeah. That's not what he wanted.
Double unders. Get off your back. Get off your back.
Shoulders were close there.
Yeah, Stinson on top here.
They got him back down.
Up against the wall again. Damn, this is amazing. This is just amazing. The cardiovascular conditioning of these guys. We're nearing in on 20 minutes. And you know, these guys want to win. They're throwing it all on the line. As you see that reversal from Guzman. Do we have a pin?
I can't see the referee's in the way.
No. Stinson's back up to that referee position. Stinson looks like he's fishing for a double wrist lock on the far arm. Now he turns into Guzman, and they're back up to their feet.
Yeah, you got to give both these guys credit. They're both basically even Steven in great shape. And you can see they're trying to think now, okay, the last 20 minutes, this didn't work. Let me, what do I got to try next? What do I want to do next? Because they want to do something that works. But they're both on pretty level playing field here. They're both great.
Man, the crowd is going wild here. They are deeply engaged in this match, man. And we've had some great matches, but I mean, God, this match is going so long. Look at that front headlock attempt there from Stinson. Good job from Guzman getting wrist control.
Yeah, keep the head up. He's trying to pull it down.
Circle, watch your location. Circle, good. Now, own the center. I need you to own the center.
Hey, I'm getting so engulfed in this, I don't know what to say.
Well, their legs are starting looking heavy, these guys, and that's what happens. I mean, these guys are big guys. They're over 80 kilograms. These are the big boys, the heavyweights. But their wills are strong. Their wills are still strong, Larry.
I mean, after watching, I wouldn't know who to bet on.
No, I don't know. This one I certainly wouldn't bet on. I mean, I don't know who to pick here. These guys are so evenly matched.
Yeah,
we're getting close to 20 minutes. Here in Vegas, getting close to 20 minutes. Look at that. Single leg there from Guzman. And he ends up with Stinson on top, and Stinson takes the back.
Throw him over. He's too high here, bud.
Well, that will take a lot of energy out of Guzman trying to get Stinson off his back.
This is crazy action in this long fight here. As Stinson turns into him, Guzman fighting from the bottom now. Got to make sure to keep those blades up.
Yeah, and Stinson can't lead with his head down like that. He's got to be careful.
Oh yeah, he could get caught in a guillotine choke for sure there, and looks like he's getting a crossface position. Is Stinson? Stinson doing a good job making Guzman carry his weight here.
Yeah, he's at top. He's got his head up.
Man, this is amazing. Las Vegas, Nevada, over 20 minutes. These guys have been battling it out.
Wow. Time flies when you're having fun, guys.
That's right. And you can see the fatigue on both of these guys, but they are warriors. There's $1,000 on the line here for the winner of this tournament and that championship belt. And you can see the difference of how Guzman he's competing it more of as a jiu-jitsu guy. Look at that. He got a toe hold. Let's take a look at this toe hold, Larry.
Yeah, head to ankle. Again, it's so quick. Again, big toe towards the little toe and crack.
Well, what he did there, he locked the toe hold in and then he rolled.
When you're pinning somebody and you weigh 160, whatever have you, somewhere in that neighborhood, okay, here's my 2x4. I'm 4 inches across, 2 inches thick. The thickness of my chest is half the width of my chest. So do I want to lay a 4-inch side down or a 2-inch side down? Duh. So do you want to put a non-padded 2-inch side on his face or a padded 4-inch side on his face? You don't have to answer that because that this is third grade, second month. Duh.
You've mastered the mat. Now master the market. Introducing the Quantum Catch Scientific Wrestling Affiliate Program, the only program code developed by catch legends Billy Robinson and Carl Gotch. Get $10,000 plus in elite certifications, 10x business coaching, and your own grappling business in a box. Earn up to 50% commissions, run your own camps, and join the only CAC program endorsed by Frank Shamrock.
Look, I don't endorse just anybody, but I wholeheartedly endorse Jake and his mission. Please listen to me when I tell you, check it out. It's an incredible value.
We're not for everyone. Affiliates are vetted, trained, and turned into leaders. Wrestling and entrepreneurship, the two greatest personal development tools in history. And they're both here. Click the link, smash the button, become legendary.
That was beautiful.
Yeah,
So the
quick.
first fall goes to Stinson.
You can see how easy, I mean, how quick it takes to, hurt somebody.
Okay, let's start using our hands a little bit more.
Now Guzman gets the first fall.
Okay, I need you to move your right hand a little bit higher on the head. Catch that crown.
So it's best of 3.
Yeah, that's got to be, after everything they've done, Stinson's got to be like either mad at himself or really, getting frustrated because he got caught with a good move.
Great toe hold. Beautiful throw there from Guzman. A double wrist lock throw, and looks like Stinson ends up on top here.
To your armbar. All the way to your armbar. Yeah, armbar's right there, bud. All the way to your armbar.
I think I can't see his left arm. It looks like he's trying to do something with the neck, and I can't see.
Well, he's got one leg locked. Guzman's got one leg figure 4 on the bottom, which is preventing him from driving and getting that pin.
His head could be in trouble here.
Looks like he's going for a cradle, but Guzman's got that one leg figure 4 on the bottom. And he stays on the side there with that up on that shoulder, preventing the pin. As long as he keeps that one leg figured forward, he'll be okay.
Yeah, and the shoulder. You can see the way they use their elbow in someone's face to get the pressure off. And in the old days, whenever you went to wrestle somebody, you always looked at their ears, because all the shooters had the big cauliflowered ears, and that's how you got them, with heads hitting you in the ear, elbows hitting you in the ear, headlock squeezing your ears. Always look for a cauliflowered ear. If you see one, you know you got a tough opponent.
And great leg lock attempt there from Guzman. And he got it.
He got it.
Let's take a look at that submission here.
Yeah.
Looks like he got it.
And if you people online see people doing the mace, something that is beautiful and flowing, and they call it flow, that's not athletic mace. That's not what the mace was designed for. I'm going to show you what really works for a wrestler, for an athlete. And all the beautiful pirouettes and lunges and stuff like that, that's not what they don't do that in India. They use a mace for upper body.
What if there was one app that brought grapplers, fans, and promoters together? Welcome to Grapplers Clash, the world's first competitive networking platform for grapplers and MMA athletes. Compete, challenge, climb the ranks, and earn your spot in the Hall of Fame. Just here to watch, bet, follow, witness the rise of real talent in shoot-style wrestling. Are you a promoter? Set up events, build prestige, and shape the future of this sport. Get early VIP access now. Go to grapplersclash.com/beta codes and use code FOUNDER. This is more than an app, it's a revolution. Grapplers Clash.
Now we are going to the final fall. Wow, what a match.
Heavy on the collar ties.
Yeah, it's again amazing. People have to realize how amazing it is. I mean, if you get something hooked, like we just saw a submission happen in what, 2 seconds?
Yeah, but it took a long time to get there.
Well, it takes a long time to get there, but then, you know, that's checkmate.
And you see how Stinson got in deep on the legs for that takedown. But he's not able to control the upper body. You see the difference in styles. You see how Guzman competes more like a jiu-jitsu stylist. That leg lock from Guzman was the second fall. And whoever gets this fall is going to walk away victorious.
Shoot in.
I tell you, I'm on pins and needles here. I mean,
Guzman takes the back. There are one fall apiece here, and this fall is going to decide the winner.
yeah,
And these guys still have the rest of the tournament after going this long. I mean, their cardiovascular conditioning is amazing. As you see Stinson in the dominant position here. And you watch how effectively Guzman uses the legs.
He's trying his best to stay on top of him. I don't know what he's going for, but he's got to get his head up.
Man, how many calories have these guys burned in this match? This is amazing.
Yeah. But they can hit
Look
the
at that
buffet.
toe hole attempt there on the bottom from
Wait a minute,
Stinson.
yeah. I'll hit the buffet later, but right now, this is kind of goes. These guys are great. I mean, they're back and forth. I mean, one little mistake, 2 seconds, you're dead meat.
Yeah, they're back up in the referee's position, and now you see Gabriel Stinson looks to be very winded here, trying to conserve his energy. Back up to the feet. And see, Guzman does a great job continuing to put pressure on the neck there with that collar tie.
Yeah, well, they're getting a little, winded, like you said. At the beginning, they were standing straight up with their heads touching. Now they're both bent over with, a hand on each other's neck. And that's kind of a sign of, running out of gas.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. These guys, think about how long these guys have been going. This is amazing. They've been going as long as all our previous matches combined.
Isn't that amazing? When you're into this, you don't even think about the time because it's such a fascinating thing to watch the game of human chess between two guys that can break your arm in a second.
And it's so exciting, too, with the pinfall. It forces the action. And really, if you're going to come into Shoot Pro, you've got to come in with great cardiovascular conditioning.
8 minutes, guys.
Oh, yeah.
I like how Stinson's using his head there, driving into the face of Guzman. You can work angles there and get outside and inside trips.
Yeah, but they're being careful about going in under. I mean, well, wait a minute. Went behind him.
Underhook there from Guzman.
Yeah.
Man, this is almost a half an hour straight of wrestling. This is unbelievable.
Really? Already? God,
It's almost been 30 minutes, Larry. Unbelievable.
And they're still going. You see, going down a little bit, yeah, the hand, that's kind of a sign that two heads getting a little lower, hands by the neck there. You don't see too many leg dives and on the mat. Both, yeah, these guys are getting tired, but they've been through hell for 30 minutes.
This is like an Iron Man match. It wasn't supposed to be, but it's turned into a nice takedown there.
Nice
Stinson. But you gotta, when you go for a takedown like that at this point of the match, I mean, you could get hooked just because of the amount of energy you're expending, right? So he's done a good job of controlling the leg. Look at that cradle attempt here. Stinson's got the cradle and he's got the fall. Does he have him pinned?
I can't tell. It's close. It's close.
Stinson's got that cradle deep, but great job defending. He escaped. That was amazing how he came in so tenacious. Was Stinson with that cradle, and Guzman was still able to escape.
That's why they call them shooters, man, because they're deadly.
Back to some hand fighting here. Collar and elbow tie-ups. You know, that collar and elbow position is so common.
Well, it's a telltale sign that guys are getting tired when they're tying up like that.
Yeah, absolutely. And who wouldn't be? Over 30 minutes battling it out here. This is amazing.
Yeah, more collar and elbows. They're running out of gas.
Oh, yeah.
Get your right elbow on top of his shoulder. Under his neck.
You know, Guzman was very smart earlier in this contest with that figure four body scissors that he had that could serve that energy. He may have more energy than Stinson. We'll see. Only time will tell here. Back to that collar and elbow position.
Yeah, it's basically a safety position. It's, you know, they're keeping it safe with this collar and elbow, because if the guy moves, they want to be able to block it, stop it, know where he's going, change from the beginning.
Deep underhook from Stinson there. He's got a deep underhook going for a throw, and he doesn't get it. Back up to the feet, and Stinson follows up with that body lock. Nice takedown. Got an outside trip there. Looks like Guzman might be fishing for a double wrist lock from the bottom.
Get your knees in front of his.
Stinson is expending a lot of energy here.
Yeah, I mean, they both are, but because at one wrist,
Guzman's trying to get that double wrist lock from the bottom.
Yeah.
And you see, he's trying to he tried to transition from the double wrist lock to an arm bar. That was nice, but he didn't get it. I'll tell you, Stinson is a beast, and they both still have gas in the tank. This is amazing.
Yeah, but it's getting close to empty.
Yeah, well, it seems like Stinson.
Well, see, look where his head is, but he's got control of the wrist, so he can't get, choked out. I mean, these guys know what they're doing, brother. These guys are tough guys. I appreciate.
Yeah, Guzman rolled right there. Now, see how he's got his head. He drove in with his head. I thought maybe he was going to drive into a cradle, but Guzman takes him back into that guard position. What Guzman is doing is he's figure fouring that one leg, see, and he's able to turn on his side to protect himself from the pin. And he's having Stinson really expend a ton of energy going for that pin.
Hey, gentlemen, I'm back. I'm back.
Oh, we got Jake.
Yeah, I'm back.
Jake was in. We saw you out on the mat there, Jake. What battle this is, huh?
But dude, these guys. Look at that toe. He's working it.
Working a toe hold from the bottom there. Did he get it?
No, out of bounds. They're starting him again.
This is amazing, Jake.
This is like 35 minutes, dude.
Jake, you're out there on the mat. Your fans are going crazy. Look at that double leg. At this point in the match, Stinson with a last double. Wow.
Yeah, let's get back out there. You guys are doing great. Whoa. Jeez.
Look at how Stinson just rolled through. He hit that blast double and he rolled through. Now he's in a body lock position. Body scissors.
It looks like he's got his head, locked tubes in the back. Make a choke. I can't see. Now he got out of it.
Well, now he's in more of a south position, up to a referee position, and Stinson is a beast. The cardiovascular conditioning of Stinson aggressively trying to finish this thing. And we have got to hand it to Guzman. He's got great defensive wrestling.
Well, they both do. That's the game of chess that makes it exciting. That's both good. We
go back into referee position, and Stinson looks like he might be fishing for a crucifix. He's got that one-arm figure forward. No, he gave that up. Now he spins to the back. He's fishing for the head. Guzman doing a great job keeping his chin tucked and making Stinson expend energy. Look at that. Beautiful.
He couldn't get that head locked in. He tried.
Well, what I'm seeing here from Guzman, the tremendous defensive wrestling, he's making Stinson expend a ton of energy. He's doing a great job defending. He could be conserving his energy to explode. We'll see. But I gotta hand it to Stinson, man. They hit a blast double like that late in the match. Tremendous. Stinson's got a deep overhook. Stinson looked like he was going to go for a throw, and Guzman rolled right through it.
Yeah, he just got out of it. He went in, but he had it
again going for a double leg.
Yeah, but he was heading the wrong place.
Wrap up a choker.
Okay, he rolled right through, and now it's Guzman. Guzman with it looking like he's got a front headlock. No, he looks like he's getting a deep river, and they hit the wall. Out of bounds again. Wow.
That's kind of lucky. You never lead with your head down.
Front headlock here from Guzman.
Jeez, these guys, man, you will not find in any other promotion, I'm just jumping in again because it's blowing my mind, you will not find heavyweights that fight this hard for this long. Only in Shoot Pro you're going to see this. These guys are beasts.
This is amazing. Got the cardiovascular of these guys. Unbelievable.
Well, they both should be proud of themselves because they're amazing athletes and they both know what they're doing.
Well, Larry, you're right. This is where superstars are made. This is a legendary match, honestly. Like, anybody that's wrestled is truly feeling the pain. Can you imagine how bad these guys must have been the rest of the week? And they still had the rest of the tournament to do.
This is unbelievable.
Well, the hotels have massage parlors here.
Out here in Vegas for sure. Oh man.
They gotta win that $1,000 first. Otherwise, it's gonna have to be sore.
These guys are putting it on the line, and you can see the fatigue setting in.
Neither of them are stopping or slowing down. They're both just still at it. I mean, God bless them, but they're both great fighters. Wait a minute.
Whoa, nice cradle. Look at that reversal into a cradle from Guzman. You can see.
Guzman hit a hell of a move there for the takedown. I don't know if he got him hooked. I can't see from this angle, but it was a hell of a takedown.
Great counter wrestling there from Guzman. Beautiful.
Is Stinson finally tired, man? No, he's still fighting.
He's still going.
Oh, leg lock.
Oh. Guzman's got hold of the leg. It's Guzman.
That ankle
got it. Looked like with a heel hook finish. Let's take a look at it. He ankle lock. He drops down, and it looked like he got an Achilles lock there. I can't really see the hand, but look at that.
Yeah, he got the ankle lock again. You bend a big toe, little toe, in 2 seconds you're tapping out because you can break an ankle, no problem.
Going back to catch wrestling, why hasn't anybody taught me that? I'm a wrestler. How could there be a jiu-jitsu that is wrestling and nobody taught me that? Why wouldn't they start teaching me catch wrestling immediately instead of starting teaching me jiu-jitsu? I need to be learning that. Get jiu-jitsu.
Have you ever wanted to learn the ancient art of catch as catch can? Because this isn't just training. This is a legacy in motion. Welcome to CoachingCatch.com, home of the CCACC program by Scientific Wrestling. Earn your assistant coach credential after 250 verified units. Become a certified coach after 500. Each accelerator camp moves you closer. It's not just about showing up, it's about showing up again and again. Compete, coach, document, study, and earn it. We don't hand out belts. We build coaches 1 rep, 1 round, one camp at a time. Ready to join the ranks? Visit coachingcatch.com and let's get to work.
5 o'clock, 7 o'clock. If you feel brave, go 4 o'clock, 8 o'clock. Good, Katja. You look familiar. You been to one of mine before?
No, sir, just a lot of camps.
You look familiar.
This area.
4 o'clock, 8 o'clock. Eric, show 4 o'clock, 8 o'clock. Three o'clock, 9 o'clock for the really brave. Yes. If you're waiting, if you haven't picked up the mace, you have. Okay, it's your turn now. He's doing it.
What a match! Oh my God!
That was great. Unbelievable.
Guzman gets the win, but Stinson is also an Iron Man.
Next time on Shoot Pro Wrestling.
Do not let Frank get on his cell phone. If you see Frank on his cell phone, train double him off of his feet and everybody pile on.
Choke me? Yep. Okay, let's go.